Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner, he weighed in at 65.7 kilos and trains under Stephen Elliott Compton out of Team Compton Training Centre. Making his professional debut tonight inside the Eternal Cage, fighting out of Brisbane, Australia. Make some noise for Ethan Mtichell. And introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, he weighed in at 66.3 kilograms and trains under Miles Murecki and Jesse Yada at a CMBT Training Centre, boasting an undefeated professional record, 2 wins, 0 losses, fighting out of Gold Coast, Australia. Please welcome to the cage, Tasar the Machine Malone. And when our action begins, our referee in charge, Peter Hickmott.
Peter Hickmott, the man in the middle for this one. Ethan Mtichell out of the blue corner. Tasar Malone in the red. What an introduction by Blake Richardson, the chief sparring partner of UFC welterweight Jack Della Maddalena. Here we go in round 1. Malone versus Mtichell, MCT cage side with Matt Bones Williams.
And a fast-paced start to this. Tasar, I'd like to see him just settle down a little bit. A lot of tension in those shoulders. He ate a crisp right hand from Ethan Mtichell, and another one cashing in right hands at the moment is Ethan Mtichell, and his pro debut is, if he's fired up, he's been on his toes, awaiting Tasar to enter the cage. The fight settles down for a second after a frenetic start.
Well, it's typical of Tasar to start fast, but you can see as he's progressed throughout his career, he is showing more patience, and you can see that here, man.
Yeah, I like this a bit better now from him. He's settled down a little bit. He's taken a couple deep breaths from his nose, through his nose. The right hand misses from both lads. You see the speed on both boys. Come in excellent condition and ducking off to his right, but hitting a right hand over the top was Tasar Malone. Ethan Mtichell looking sharp tonight. Faking the right hip is Tasar Malone right in front of us now. You can see a bit of a height disadvantage there from Tasar, who presses it up against the cage for the first time. Trying to move now to the far side single. Comes underneath with the grip temporarily, trying to get his hands together underneath the hips of Ethan Mtichell. Needs to pop him off the cage perhaps to create some space for his hands. And he does. Hands go under the hamstrings. Good head position from Tasar, allows him to turn the corner, puts his indicators on. He's got that hand trapped of Ethan Mtichell. Dangerous now for Mtichell as Tasar looking to create the right angle to drag him down to the mats. And when he does, he's going to have hand control on that right arm. A bit of a fence grab there from Mtichell to try and maintain his feet. Allows him to get back up, standing, but the back's still exposed from Tasar. Good moments early from Tasar Malone. 2 minutes done in this, the first round. Trying to drag the big fella down to the mat. Oh, fingers in the cage once more from Mtichell. Peter Hickmott turns the corner and have a better look. Tries to kick up.
Get those fingers out.
Kick up the backside. Tasar picks Ethan Mtichell up, slams him down to the ground. Fingers in the cage once more from Ethan Mtichell. Wow. Lucky to get away with those.
Is that a fence grab if you've got the...
It is, if you curl your fingers through the cage, it's a fence grab.
It looked like he was just leaning against the cage, but it's a fine line between that and grabbing it. Better position for Mtichell now.
Yeah, it's better to ask for forgiveness than permission in my books, the big T.
Absolutely.
Going low once more is Tasar Malone, trying to pick up that far ankle, and he'll look to turn the corner now with it. Good defense from Ethan Mtichell here. He's done well. Needs to try and reclaim that back leg. Fingers in the cage again. Look at that. And Peter Hickmott right on top of the action. He's not usually one to miss those kind of exchanges. And Ethan Mtichell now with a little bit of room to move and 1:40 to play in the first. He'll look to reclaim some of that time back. Get those hands and those big kicks. God, look at that. Just like a fencer, a big jouster straight down the middle. Stumbles Tasar with the jab. And off the right kick, low kick. Tasar once again able to initiate the clinch. Hands together behind the back. Good position from Tasar. exposes the back once more. Half Nelson across the neck. Can't see from our position here with his hands are together. Yep, air grip in the front. Kneeing the hamstrings, those big hamstrings of Ethan Mtichell. Replies with a bit of a donkey kick. Donkey kick, T. Did you teach him that one? The old donkey kick maneuver.
That is my specialty, Matt Williams. I'm sure you know that by now. This is relentless from Tasar. I'm surprised he's able to keep this pace for so long. Final minute in round number 1. It has been all Tasar Malone, but Ethan Mtichell, he's landed some significant strikes throughout this time.
He has, yeah, interesting. It goes to the high single, high crotch single, picks him up and slams him to the ground. And on the, I thought he was in on the Kimura there for a second. There's Tasar, an interesting, he's got his hands locked. Interesting little position there, nothing doing, which allows Ethan to get back up to his feet. 25 seconds now, T.
Incredible defense from Ethan Mtichell, and the young 21-year-old seems to be fighting well and truly ahead of his years. Right hand lands flush, left hook shakes Malone. The machine in a bit of trouble at the end of round 1. He seems to have shaken it off for now. And we call time on round 1. Oh, man. On sale now at eternalmma.com. Huge round 1 for Ethan Mtichell. Round 2 is underway.
The question begs, has Tasar Malone been able to clear his head in between rounds? He took some real damage and went back on wobbly legs to the rear corner. Good high left kick from Tasar Malone, who's switching stance. Fighting beautifully. The opening stanza of round number 2. Faking, needs to get that left hand up for mine, as Mitchell's been dangerous with that right hand of his own. Tasar needs to bring his left hand up, sorry. Oh, good left elbow over the top and tie that sock nut. That's the upward elbow. And it was right on the button there for Tasar. There's that high kick from Mtichell. Looking to find a home for it on the neck of Tasar. His lead hand is quite low at the moment. And he digs to the body. Good body shot from Tasar. Overcommits to the right hand and a right knee connects from Ethan Mtichell.
Huge knee from Ethan Mtichell, and you can see some claret coming from the nose of Tasar Malone. Man, that nose might be broken.
Oh, there's damage to the orbital too, and that's indicative of a broken nose, if not a broken orbital. I fractured my orbital here at the Southport Sharks, and it's not a lot of fun, I tell you, especially when you fly home the next day to Melbourne. And that really will be difficult for him. Yeah, his nose smashed across his face. Looks like a drop pie and all sorts of bother. Struggling to breathe through that nose and blood coming out of the mouth too. Tasar Malone, he's got a serious facial injury with only 2 minutes gone in the second.
Oh, wow, Matt, no, there's some damage on the face of Tasar. Certainly that knee did the most damage. Ethan Mtichell.
Yeah, Peter Hickmott having a good look, because that's not a good injury. Where it's located, just above the eye. Ethan Mtichell will be smart just to get on the jab here, I feel. Doesn't need any power, just needs to get on the jab, make contact with that leather. Tries to stab with the right kick, all the fancy stuff, and spins with the elbow, which connects, but it also allows Tasar Malone back into the grapple, and he's doing his best, a resilient and determined Tasar Malone, dragging Ethan Mtichell down to the ground, looking to turn the corner now, put the weight of Ethan Mtichell back onto his hands.
He knows he has to go here, Tasar. He's compromised in round 2. Ethan Mtichell. What a performance so far for the young 21-year-old.
Just watch those fingers in the cage there from Mtichell. Tasar really needs to get this down to the ground. He's in all kinds of bother. His face looking like a bulldog chewing a wasp. There's so much damage to it, and concern from the supporters here tonight have turned out in droves. But a courageous performance in round number 2 from Tasar Malone. The machine pushing forward. He's got the back and that little half Nelson. Going for the full Nelson, if you don't mind, from the back up against the cage. He's got a great little angle here to finish the double, and he does. Ethan Mtichell springs back up to his feet, and a lot of blood now on the back, which will make this slippery and make the transitions faster. Looking for fishing for the Kimura grip is Mtichell, who sticks it up high, and now he's in a triangle. Tasar Malone. Posture's high though. and in a good position with his hips. He'll look to rain down punches now, Tasar Malone, with the crowd at his back. 1:20 to play.
He's got to go here, Tasar. He's got the heart of a champion. Look at his face. He just won't stop.
Oh, this is good for Tasar. This is good as he looks to get the left hand under the jaw of Ethan Mtichell. No hooks. Got a hook here on the near side.
Oh.
That'll allow him to roll through and take the back. Can Tasar Malone do it, the hometown hero? With 1 minute left on the clock. Seatbelt position. And he's got the body triangle across the hips of Ethan Mtichell, the youngster on pro debut, facing some adversity now. Tasar Malone looking to switch to the arm triangle. The legs to come back up on top. And half guard now on top is Tasar Malone. Back to the arm triangle. Good head control with the right hand. He can pass the guard now if he wants to. The guard's open, the half guard of Mtichell. Needs to be careful he doesn't explode up. He's put a butterfly hook on the right side. Now has Mtichell. 20 seconds. Tasar Malone with some work to do. Blood streaming out of his face.
Great look for the machine at the end of round 2 after fighting back from some serious adversity. Courtesy of Ethan Mtichell, the moment of this fight, that huge knee off the cage, seemingly doing some serious damage, and the Batman, Justin Tasar, steps up against Carl Williams for UFC Fight Night's co-main event. Make sure you tune in on UFC Fight Pass. Sunday, 24th of March, coming to you live next week.
I love this from the machine. Tasar Malone getting right in the face of Ethan Mtichell. Ethan Mtichell looking to find him on the counter. Not willing to go first yet. Goes to the leg. We haven't seen a lot of that from Ethan Mtichell, as we saw in his fight versus Nikita Laptovich. That was one of the towels. Digs to the right hand. Digs with the right hand to the body. Follows with the left kick. Unusual combination. Striking from Ethan Mtichell. Jabs to the chest. Jabs again to the chest. Potentially trying to set up that right hand. Blood streaming out of the face from Tasar Malone. Spits off to his left and comes forward. And a spinning kick. Trying to catch the circling Ethan Mtichell on the exit. Left hook. Check left hook from Tasar. Looking to fake the left hand, and a good right hand from Tasar Malone. Stumbles Ethan Mtichell temporarily, finds a little bit of space. Ethan Mtichell calm and composed. He's got a wounded man in front of him, but still got some work to do. And a spin kick to the thigh, if you don't mind, from Ethan Mtichell. He's so unorthodox yet dangerous. And now Tasar Malone needs to be really careful dipping off to that left-hand side, because Ethan Mtichell has a sniper rifle of a right knee.
No, I was just going to say, Matt Williams, you can guarantee that Tasar's not going to give up, and a stiff jab lands for the machine. He will not stop this pressure, especially in front of his fans here on the Gold Coast.
Good head position from Tasar and a right underhook. A good little angle up against the padding in the corner of this octagon. Good left hook from Ethan Mtichell on the break. Digs under the jaw, trying to jack him up like a car jack. Hands connected. Tasar Malone slams Ethan Mtichell to the mat with half a round to play in the third. Determined Tasar Malone, machine-like on top of Ethan Mtichell, who once again rises to his feet, exposes his back in the process. Will Tasar cut the angle to his left? We will see. He drags him down to the mat. Trying to climb his back, has the wrist control with the left hand. Looking to take the back is Tasar Malone. And Ethan Mtichell right in his corner. Team Compton guiding him step by step through this. He's showing real composure, has the debutant. Separates and doubling up with the hook is Ethan Mtichell, content to play against the fence. Storms forward with a big elbow. Tasar Malone only one eye to work with. He's got two hands and two legs, and he looks to put them to use. Ethan Mtichell kicks on the counter, beautiful counter strike, and just swings with the back fist like he's in Mask of Zorro. Another good elbow from Mtichell, hard right low kick.
This kid is special. You can see it, Matt. This kid is something special, and I can tell you right now, Tasar not going anywhere, but all The momentum is in favour of Mtichell. Another knee lands for the man from Team Compton Training Centre.
Yeah, with a minute and a half, Tasar needs to find the back, I feel. He sucks the legs out of Ethan Mtichell. He needs to turn the corner to his left here. Does Tasar, and he does. He's still got that leg picked up. That's good wrestling from Tasar Malone, showing some really good new wrinkles in his game. Looks to take the neck, but he might drop levels here once again. Good wrist fighting there from Ethan Mtichell to separate the hands, and spins with the elbow, but finds himself with Tasar Malone on his leg. Like Grandma's terrier. Head up under the chin. Tasar needs to get his right hand on the inside of the bicep here, get some work done on the inside, and look to drag this one back to the ground. 40 seconds left now. An action-packed fight, good sharp elbows from unconventional angles from the youngster. Ethan Mtichell dragged to the ground now. Tasar Malone, the crowd spurring him forward at the Southport Sharks, and a big slam. Ethan Mtichell just stands up like he's just done up his shoes. The crowd chanting Tasar Malone's name. Half Nelson across the neck. Needs to watch that. When he spins, Ethan Mtichell doesn't collect him with an elbow. 10 seconds now. What can Tasar Malone rustle up in the last 10 of this fight? It's wrist control from Ethan Mtichell.
We call time on the third and final round. They go the distance.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of action, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. Our 3 judges scored this fight 29-28, 30-27, and 29-28. For your winner, via unanimous decision, in the red corner, Tasar Malone.